I'm Ozzy Paper with Capital New York. Here's today's video briefing. Last night was the first televised debate in the New York City mayor's race. You had 6 candidates on stage at John Jay College talking about public safety. But what was really going on was that the frontrunner Christine Quinn was trying to solidify her lead, and the other candidates, who were much less known in the polls, were taking their first opportunity in front of a citywide audience to sort of break out of the crowd. Bill de Blasio, the public advocate who's relying on strong support from labor to really boost him, he had a unique strategy. He basically ignored what everyone else said on the stage and focused everything he said on Christine Quinn. At one point, he was attacked by the guy standing right next to him, Sal Albanese, a former councilman, who took issue with de Blasio saying he would replace Ray Kelly, but he didn't fire 2 people who were working for him who had tweeted offensive remarks about police officers. De Blasio was the next to talk and completely ignored everything Sal Albanese said. He's polling at around 1% in the polls. And he turned his attention directly on Christine Quinn and took issues with her for not supporting a bill that would allow New Yorkers to sue police in state court over racial profiling. He later attacked her for saying she only responds to police reform issues when she's pressured. That was towards the end of the hour-long debate. And when de Blasio said that, Christine Quinn responded by saying, basically, you're making stuff up. So what we're seeing here is de Blasio sort of trying to break out of the pack by really going strong at Christine Quinn. You had sort of a less direct and less sustained kind of attacks coming from Bill Thompson, the former comptroller, and from John Liu, who has an aide that admitted in court yesterday to soliciting straw donations in order to help his campaign, which is a whole other issue that's sort of explaining why, despite his populist sort of rhetoric, which usually goes over well in crowds, he's not doing better in the polls. Then, this morning, came this front page. The takeaway from last night's events and this morning's news is that with Anthony Weiner still making headlines, it's going to be pretty difficult for Christine Quinn's rivals to really distinguish themselves and break out of the crowd. That was this morning's video briefing. Tell me what you think.